Imagine being on the front lines of a disaster's aftermath, rebuilding communities without seeking recognition. This was Paul Walker's reality. Known for his Hollywood fame, Paul's true legacy lies in his humanitarian work. On January 12, 2010, a 7.0 magnitude earthquake struck near the capital city of Port-au-Prince, causing widespread devastation across the island, leaving over 230,000 people dead and millions more homeless, hungry, and without access to medical care. Amid the overwhelming destruction, a surprising figure stepped forward to help: Hollywood actor Paul Walker. Rather than offering symbolic gestures from afar, Paul joined a team of volunteers on the ground, committing himself fully to the relief efforts. Alongside locals and fellow volunteers, he worked tirelessly to rebuild homes, provide medical aid, and restore hope to the devastated communities. This wasn't just another celebrity charity appearance. Paul was right there, in the trenches, doing the hard work and offering a personal, hands-on approach. His dedication went far beyond just providing aid. It was about making a lasting impact, building homes, and empowering those affected by the disaster. While Paul Walker was widely recognized for his iconic role in the Fast and Furious franchise, few were aware of his deep passion for philanthropy and giving back. In 2010, following his growing desire to help those in need, Paul founded Reach Out Worldwide, a nonprofit organization focused on providing first response disaster relief. ROWW's mission was clear and direct: to deploy skilled volunteers to disaster-stricken areas, offering expertise in areas such as medicine, engineering, construction, and other vital services. The organization aimed to provide hands-on support in the immediate aftermath of natural disasters, assisting local communities in their recovery efforts. What set ROWW apart was Paul's commitment to being directly involved. Unlike many celebrities who lend their names to causes from a distance, Paul was passionate about getting his hands dirty and working alongside other volunteers. His goal was to make a real, tangible impact in disaster zones, and through ROWW, he led by example, ensuring that the relief efforts were focused, sustainable, and truly beneficial to the affected populations. His leadership and dedication would ultimately extend far beyond his Hollywood career. Once Paul Walker and the ROWW team arrived in Haiti, they immediately got to work. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, they prioritized providing immediate relief to the areas most severely affected by the earthquake. Their first task was to deliver medical aid to the injured, setting up makeshift clinics to treat trauma victims, perform surgeries, and provide essential care. At the same time, they worked tirelessly to clear debris, allowing for easier access to affected areas and setting the groundwork for further recovery efforts. However, Paul and his team didn't just focus on short-term aid. They quickly understood that rebuilding homes would be one of the most significant challenges in the coming months and years. Thousands of families had lost everything, and makeshift shelters offered little protection from the elements. Recognizing the importance of restoring both homes and hope, ROWW began mobilizing resources to help rebuild safe, sustainable housing for those affected. By working alongside local communities and construction experts, Paul and his team played a crucial role in helping Haitians regain their sense of security and rebuild their lives from the ground up. One of the most impactful ways ROWW contributed to Haiti's recovery was by focusing on rebuilding homes. In the immediate aftermath of the earthquake, thousands of Haitians found themselves living in makeshift tents with no protection from the elements. The temporary shelters were often overcrowded, offering little privacy or safety. These vulnerable conditions created a breeding ground for disease, as people lacked access to clean water, proper sanitation, and basic necessities. Paul Walker and the ROWW team recognized that restoring homes wasn't just about rebuilding walls. It was about restoring dignity and providing a foundation for a better future. They quickly set to work, partnering with local communities and construction experts to design and build homes that could withstand future disasters. The team focused on creating structures that were not only safe, but also sustainable and affordable, making sure that the rebuilding efforts would have a lasting impact. By prioritizing the rebuilding of homes, ROW helped provide stability for families who had lost everything. Their work went beyond physical structures. It was about offering the Haitian people a sense of security and hope for the future. In addition to their efforts in rebuilding homes, ROW's impact in Haiti extended to providing essential medical aid to survivors in desperate need of care. The earthquake had caused widespread devastation, leaving hospitals overwhelmed, and local healthcare facilities were either destroyed or unable to cope with the sheer volume of patients. Thousands of injured people, many with severe trauma, were left without access to proper medical attention. Paul Walker and his team recognized the urgent need for healthcare in the wake of the disaster. Working alongside a dedicated group of doctors, nurses, and medical professionals, ROWW set up makeshift medical clinics in various parts of Haiti. These clinics acted as lifelines for the thousands of people who had been injured in the quake. The team provided first aid, treated wounds, and administered emergency surgeries for those with critical injuries. In addition to trauma care, the ROWW medical teams worked to prevent the spread of infectious diseases, which were rampant in the aftermath of the disaster due to unsanitary conditions. Vaccination campaigns were also launched to prevent outbreaks of diseases such as cholera, which became a major concern in the wake of the quake. These clinics were often located in remote, hard-to-reach areas where access to healthcare was scarce, ensuring that the most vulnerable populations received treatment. Paul's hands-on involvement in these efforts demonstrated his commitment to making a tangible difference. The ROWW team's medical work was a crucial part of Haiti's recovery, offering both immediate relief and long-term health support to those in need. The work Paul Walker and ROWW did in Haiti was far from a short-term mission. It was a long-term commitment to helping the country recover and rebuild. While many organizations focused on providing immediate relief food, water, and medical care, ROWW understood that true recovery would require more than just temporary aid. Paul's team knew that long-term support was essential to Haiti's future, and they remained dedicated to the country's rehabilitation long after the initial shock of the earthquake had subsided. Rebuilding homes was just the first step in ROWW's broader vision. With the destruction of homes, businesses, and infrastructure, the people of Haiti were left with not just physical devastation, but a complete disruption to their livelihoods. ROWW's team worked to ensure that Haitians had access to more than just shelter. They focused on providing clean water and sustainable sanitation systems, which were essential for preventing disease outbreaks and promoting long-term health. In addition to physical infrastructure, ROWW worked on restoring education in affected areas. Schools had been destroyed, leaving children without a place to learn. ROWW helped rebuild educational facilities and provided resources to ensure that children could return to their studies. Moreover, they focused on creating sustainable livelihoods by supporting local businesses, job training, and agricultural projects, which would help families rebuild their economic stability. Paul's commitment to Haiti went beyond the immediate crisis. It was about empowering the Haitian people to rebuild their futures and create a more resilient society for years to come. Paul Walker tragically passed away in a car accident in 2013, leaving behind a legacy far greater than his fame in Hollywood. While his death was a heartbreaking loss, his humanitarian work continues to have a profound impact on communities around the world. Paul's passion for giving back led him to found Reach Out Worldwide, ROWW, in 2010, a nonprofit organization focused on providing first response disaster relief to areas affected by natural disasters. His work through ROW helped rebuild communities, restore homes, and provide medical aid in places like Haiti following the 2010 earthquake. Though Paul is no longer physically present, ROW remains active and continues the mission he set out on. The organization's volunteers and leadership carry forward Paul's commitment to serving those in need, offering skilled support in disaster zones, and empowering local communities to recover and rebuild. ROW's efforts are a testament to Paul's legacy of compassion, service, and dedication to helping those who are suffering. Paul's vision was never about seeking recognition or fame. It was about making a real difference in people's lives. His work remains a shining example of how one individual can inspire positive change, and through ROWW, Paul's spirit of generosity and kindness lives on, touching lives across the globe. Paul Walker once said, "I live my life a quarter mile at a time." While his time on this earth was tragically short, his impact was profound, not just through his roles in film, but through his unwavering commitment to helping others. Paul's humanitarian efforts, particularly with his organization Reach Out Worldwide, demonstrate his deep desire to make the world a better place. He worked tirelessly to provide relief to disaster-stricken areas, such as Haiti, where he helped rebuild homes and offer medical aid. Paul's legacy is one of selflessness, compassion, and service. His example shows that a true hero is not defined by fame, but by the lives they touch and the positive change they inspire. Let's honor his memory by continuing his mission of giving back and supporting those in need.